Good morning, it's 9 o'clock. It's Saturday morning, and it's a live show. Welcome to the Saturday morning live show here on the Daddykirbs Farm. I look forward to this moment every Saturday. Truly, I love spending this time with you. So, let me make sure that my laptop is not going over here. All right. It's been fun already hanging out with you guys in the chat. For those of you that show up early, that chat is just kind of a fun place to get warmed up. So thank you for doing that, hanging out with each other, and sharing in community. All right, it is Saturday, and every Saturday I look forward to doing this with you. I truly believe that everyone has a story, and every story counts. Your story counts. Your story counts because you count. You matter. And I'm glad you're here with me. I love sharing stories with you guys. I love just being able to interact and know that there's a community of people. So today, because every story counts, let's do it together. Let's sit up straight. Put your shoulders back. Put your hand on your chest. And repeat with me. My story counts because I count. And Ronald's here. Nice. The pledge, the declaration. It's short, it's simple. My story counts because I count. That's important for you for those of us who are a little less self-confident, those of us who sometimes beat ourselves up. Everyone needs to know that they are important, but some people just, I think, are more prone to not feeling as important. And I want you guys to give yourself permission to know that you are important and to share your story. So today we have some stories. We're gonna just dive in and chat, hang out together. I'm leaving space here because I'm hoping Mama Kirbs will come in and join us at some point. We don't know exactly what she's going to talk about. She asked earlier, what would I talk about? And I don't know. Just come on in. So there's some funny stuff going on here in the house. My hair, see, it looks okay. It looks fine enough right now. But my last haircut, I left a lot more hair on top than normal. And when it's not fixed, it stands up. And this morning, Mama Kirbs was telling me that my hair looked like my high school hair, my 80s hair. That's funny stuff. It was good in the 80s. All right. Yes, I do cut my own hair, Karen. I do. I cut my own hair. Recently, I did have my hair cut. For like 20 years, I cut my own hair. And then I went and had a friend cut my hair. He's a great hairstylist. In fact, he's the guy that was in the He Had Kombucha Questions video. He is a professional hairstylist, and he cut my hair as well as Mama Kirbs. We went and visited with him, and he fixed us up. And that was really nice to, sorry, I'm shaking the camera, fixing the tripod leg. It was really nice to have that done and not have to do it myself. But there are just times when I get, I look in the mirror and I say, it's time for a haircut. And I don't want to go schedule anything. Hey, L. Taylor R. Or L. Taylor, I'm sorry. My new buddy who shares comments in Russian on the videos. Good to see you. How old is Blake? Blake is 25. Blake is not 25 anymore. Blake wishes he had the mind and body of his 25-year-old self. But no, I'm old enough to have 5 kids and 2 grandkids. How about that? Yeah, Tim needs to find a beard stylist. I don't have a beard anymore. I didn't do well with the little bit of a beard I had. All right, so this morning, before we start just rambling, I want to get a few things done. Kate is in, or she was in. I haven't seen her in the last couple seconds here in chat, but she did go through that surgery. She is my friend and moderator that normally sits with me. So keep her in your prayers and thoughts for recovery. So it's good to have. Hopefully she's still in here. She had some issues this morning with electricity going in and out at her place. So hopefully she's okay. I thought you had a thing full of banana bread or pumpkin bread there. I thought you were bringing it to me.
Yeah.
Also, starting off, I want to say a super huge thank you, big. I don't do this enough. I really don't do this enough. My patrons support me every month, each of them with a different amount, but overall, that amount of money helps me continue what I do here. So I want to make sure I give a special thank you to my patrons. There are now 40. It goes up and down. People come and go, and that's okay because people have different situations where they pledge and then they back out and they come back, and maybe they only intend for a short time. That's fine. But right now there are 40 patrons, and I thank all 40 of you. And all the patrons that have been in the past, thank you for your support because it truly does help me keep this channel going. Right now, I'm saving my Patreon money for a laptop so I can have my own laptop where I can set up live shows and produce a better show. This has been okay. We're currently doing it with the YouTube app on my phone, and that has been okay, but we're going to try to switch it up and do a better show. So as soon as I get enough money in the Patreon account to get that laptop, we can get set up. I'm not there yet because, let me tell you, you guys, my patrons, your support helped me. This was critical timing, and I'm not joking at all. My main computer upstairs where I do all my editing, I've been running out of hard drive space. So it's been very What are you doing? What? Oh, oh, that was funny. So I ran out of hard drive space, and over the years I've purchased small hard drives to help, but you can only plug in so many small hard drives. So I figured it's time to just get the real deal, get a good thing. So I got one of those stacking units, and it has, I think, 4 hard drives in it. I think it's 16 terabytes, and that drained my Patreon account, but it was such a good thing, such good timing, because now I have all the space I need for a long time. So thank you very much to my patrons for helping that to be true here and helping me, just keep going. All right, let me get to the bottom. Thank you to my moderators. It's important that I have a team of moderators that are helping me to keep this show family friendly and moving along. Also with the links and the addresses, those are important for you to know, whenever I'm chatting about something, you guys get the links and the addresses. The physical address there, the Daddykirbs P.O. Box, is important, and I'll talk about that in a minute. But huge thank you to my moderators for being here and helping out. Great team. You guys are a good team. Dolly says, will you have a good garden this coming year? Well, I will have a garden. We'll wait and see how good it is, but I have a lot of work to do in the garden. It's the video that you will get to see tomorrow. It's already edited. I'm ahead. Thank goodness. The video that we'll publish tomorrow morning at 8 a.m. shows a little bit of the garden, a little bit. It's a mess. We have a lot of work to do in the garden, but hopefully we can make that happen. The winter season will be tapering off here in Texas, hopefully real soon, and we can get some stuff in. If you have seen, most of you who follow along, you know Todd and Candace, my friends here local. They live maybe 10 miles away from me. They have the front yard garden. They live in a suburban neighborhood, and they have a front yard garden, and it is gorgeous. I was over there at their place. I was over there at their place, I don't know, 3 or 4 nights ago, and their garden is beautiful. They have all the winter crops, all the normal winter crops, for this area. Cabbage and broccoli and cauliflower and onions and kale. It's beautiful, and it made me feel like I'm just way behind, and I need to get I need to get on the ball. Yeah, hey Dolly, I know I'm way behind in the chat, but it says you need an external hard drive. That's what I did purchase. It's a large external hard drive, and it sits right behind the computer, and it has the fancy little slots on the front of it for plugging in the SD cards and the USB and all that stuff. It's beautiful, and it works great. All right, scrolling through. I'm trying to get to the bottom here. One of those awkward moments where I have to talk about awkward moments. What kind of laptop are you planning to get? Good morning. I don't know exactly what I'm getting, but I like the Macs. I did have a Mac once before and loved it, and I ended up, my son got that, and then my Espen recently purchased his own. He's got this fancy little Mac, and I would like to get probably something like that. Blake, when are you adding another hive, and how are the bees? I will be splitting hives coming up soon when the weather gets a little better. So hopefully I can turn my 3 into 6, and if I can get my project list in order and everything going, I have a stack of materials over here, and several of you have been pushing, and I've been pushing myself to at least think about it often, is getting those top bar hives built. So hopefully I can get the top bar hives in place before the spring. Oh, did I just commit? I don't know. Yes, L. Taylor, it would be nice to have a subtitle translator. Can you do that on a live show? I don't even know. Duncan 1900, Food Forest Permaculture, Dolly Perry, just reading a few names I see here. The Texas Boys are in. Tim Huffman, The Music Well. All right. The garden is a swamp, even the raised part. Ooh, that's not good. Although if you drain a swamp, not politically, but just actual swamp, all those yummy nutrients can settle in and be a good thing. Hey, Squirrel, first of the morning for whatever is needed. Thank you very much, Ronald, for the $10 Squirrel, helping to support the Daddykirbs Farm. And it really does help. It truly does. For whatever is needed. So the laptop is probably my next, unless something is a crucial immediate need, the laptop is probably the next tech that will be purchased to help this show be a little better. I have, that was cool. I have pretty much everything I need as far as, you know, the tripods and the cameras and the lights and all that stuff. Right? Oh, speaking of lights, the light must be pretty good this morning because I forgot to plug in. I have these lights and I forgot to plug it in this morning, and it seems fine. All right. Squirrel, cabbage, squirrel, squirrel. You guys are funny. Yeah, what did happen to the seeds that were being mailed around the family? I don't know where that ended up. If somebody has that box, get that going again. Get with Kate. She has a list of addresses, a list of people that were interested. And, yeah, let's see if we can get that thing going. When you send a seed box, a traveling seed box or a carousel seed box out into the world, sometimes it gets stuck somewhere. So hopefully whoever that ended up with will recognize that they need to, you know, do their part, take some seeds out, put some seeds in, and send it on. All right, talking about the Mac laptops, this is how far behind I am. Awkward moment, awkward silence. Oh, way behind, way behind. Okay, I'm going to just risk missing people and scroll up. Okay, there I am. I reached the bottom. Okay, so let's get on to the next subject. So I thanked the patrons. I thanked my moderators. Truly huge from my heart. Tomorrow's video, for those of you who like that slice of life type video, tomorrow, that's exactly what it is, because it was shot and edited yesterday, and I knew that I was doing the live show today. Yeah, so I'm distracted here because Dolly says you should do a video of your friend's winter garden. I absolutely should. I need a scheduled time, go over to Todd's. See, the challenge with going over to Todd's is that Todd and I talk a lot, and then I'm not getting things done that I should be getting done. But I love talking with Todd. Oh, and hey, another $10 squirrel from Haffy for the new computer. Thank you very much. I am saving my pennies for that, so I thank you very much for contributing. It's gonna make things so much better, so much easier. And maybe this is good or bad. When I show up in the chat before the show, I won't be Espen. And those of you who show up in the chat before the show understand what I'm talking about. I've been, every Saturday for the last 3 or 4 weeks, I guess, I've been getting on the show on Espen's computer. And so I show up in the chat as Espen. Espen is at work, so I didn't even have to ask permission to this morning. I just went and got it. Backyard gardening, have a great time to my gardener friends. Yes, you know, I find it very interesting. My channel has gone through sort of waves. The Daddykirbs Farm channel, as far as content, there was a time back in the 2013, 14, 15 era that I was focusing a lot on being a YouTube gardener, and I loved it. And I still do. I want to do more of that. In fact, Mama Kirbs and I yesterday were talking about getting more gardening content on the channel, and that's exactly what I want to do. But we sort of lost some of that as you know, I did the horse barn build. We tore down a barn. I'm building chicken coops. We went through a series, a time frame where we were dealing with Luke's health more, and so it shifted a bit. But we want to get back in the garden. She and I are talking about it, and we're trying to make some plans to make that garden not only grow some food, but something that would be very attractive to look at and to be in as well. So we're making plans. It may not all happen this year, but we're going to get some work done this year. So for those of you who are here for the gardening, stick with me. It's coming. Okay, who's got their tea? More importantly, who's got their stickers on their tea or coffee? Film the conversation. Dolly wants us to film the conversation. Mama. She doesn't know when I'm talking to her or when I'm talking to you guys. Dolly wants us to film the conversation of us talking about the garden. It's past now. It'll look too staged if we do it now. Let's see. Maybe Mama Kirbs would film while you two talk. Oh, the conversation with Todd, I think she's talking about. Oh, yeah. Film the conversation with Todd. That would be like a 2-hour video or more. The Russians are coming. Are we talking about L. Taylor again? Yeah, it would be really cool to have all, if somebody could just get subtitles immediately on the live shows. The Golden Sun Beekeeper. That's Espen. Sometimes I wish he were still into beekeeping and not so much into being a young man and run around with, you know, going to work and hanging out with friends. But, you know, I understand that. I was 19 once. Xavier says, are you planning to have another animal in the future? Let's talk about animals for a second before I get to this next subject. We have a very, very busy life, a very full, full of things going on in our life. And some of it is the farm, some of it is taking care of Luke's health and me. I still have to go to work full time. We have kids that need to go to 4-H type things or other appointments, theater. There are we need to visit grandkids, our parents. We need to give time to visit our family. So the animals prevent a lot of that from being possible. So right now we have the one goat, of course, the 2 horses, the 1 goat, the chickens and the ducks and the cats and the dogs. I know that's a lot. We're not currently planning on adding, the tortoises too. We have tortoises. We have lots.
But if we added one, Adam would choose a mini pig.
All right.
Or a mini donkey.
Right. So we're not currently planning on adding any more animals. But if we did, Adeline is voting for a mini pig or a mini donkey. I don't think that's going to happen, but that's what she's rooting for. And, life is just so full. That's a tug of war. It really is a tug of war because it seems like, when you do this, there's so many opportunities to have animals that enrich your life in certain ways. But then there's, in other ways, the animals take away from what you should be doing, which is, visiting with family and doing all those things. Let's see here. Tim says, your motivation is amazing. Thank you. All of your stuff going on, and yet you somehow continue to capture, edit, upload, and share. That is a huge challenge. And right now, the 30-day challenge, the word challenge, is... Are you bringing? Oh. Don't show them. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. The 30-day challenge... has been, what are we, today is 22 days in a row of producing video. Saturdays are actually really nice because the video just kind of happens. The live show, it's an hour's worth of video. I get lots of great interaction, comments, and watch time. So I thank you guys for being here and helping that happen. But the videos throughout the week, it's tough, but thank you, Tim, for recognizing that. And but it's tough, but I don't want to make that sound negative because it's fun too. I have had a lot of fun producing these videos, and I have a great time interacting with you guys in the comments. So, I had a notification. Hopefully, I have the sound off. Do I still have stickers? Yes, and I wanted to talk about that. Some of you have your stickers. That's fancy video editing right there. Zooming in and out. If you would like Daddykirbs stickers, these are nice high quality stickers. They have a little laminate on there, so they're going to last a very long time. They look like this when they stick them on your mug. They are free. You can get 3 stickers if you send an envelope, a self-addressed envelope, inside another envelope addressed to me, so that's an empty envelope on the inside with your address and a stamp on it, so that when I receive the envelope, I'll just open it up, take the inside envelope out, put 3 stickers in, seal it up, and send it right back to you. Now, for, let's see, who was it? I think it was Haffy, maybe? Somebody recently put it in an envelope that had the peel and stick, so I didn't have to lick it, and I truly appreciated that. Oh my goodness, I don't like licking these things. So, yes, you can get stickers. I have a whole stack of stickers, and I want to give them all away. So, send in your envelope. Food Forest Permaculture says, I have my sticker on my tea cup. Awesome.
They should post on Instagram, hashtag.
Yeah, hashtag. Wait, did we come up with hashtag? Well, yeah, hashtag Daddykirbs. Hashtag Daddykirbs stickers. Hashtag Daddykirbs swag. Somebody came up with one last week, and I can't remember what it was. Hashtag something, hashtag. I don't know. Anyway, post pictures on Instagram with your stickers on something. Oh, did we come up with that hashtag in the family group? Because we made a joke about Liz and her sticking it on a stop sign. Whatever that hashtag was. Man, I should remember these things. Post on Facebook and Instagram wherever you put your stickers. And then let them know where you got your stickers and how, you know, maybe direct them to the live show or the channel. Ronald says, I have my sticker and coffee. Then you're set. You're ready for the morning. Awkward moment, awkward silence. All right. Ronald says, work is a 4-letter word, and I don't have to do that anymore. Right, but I am going to eat a piece of pumpkin bread that was just cooked yesterday. So in the video that you get to see tomorrow, you see that we are still processing pumpkins. That's not what the whole video is about. But, oh man, that smells wonderful. It tastes pretty good too. Real life. That's right, Tim. Okay. I vote for a Min Pin puppy. Ronald wants us to get a Min Pin puppy. I can tell you, Ronald, that one's not happening because we don't need any more dogs. Not for a long time. And Paul votes for a top bar hive. Yeah. So, I'm so mean. They're calling me mean, Mama Curbs. I don't understand what they're talking about. That pumpkin bread, seriously, the pumpkin bread that's in the video that's titled, what's it called? That secret ingredient, the best pumpkin bread ever or something like that. It is so good. And so Liam, my grandson, tells you what the secret ingredient to the pumpkin bread is. Yes, Xavier, I will send you stickers, but it's the same thing. You have to have 2 envelopes and 2 postage, because anywhere in the world, actually, that sends me an envelope with postage will get stickers. Yeah, so Karen says, don't lick the envelope, use a sponge. The problem is, I've been trying to, so that I don't forget somebody, I take the envelope right out of the post office box, go in there, unlock it, open it up, take them out, open, and put the stickers in and close them up and put them right in the mail right away. That way they don't come home and possibly get lost. And I don't carry a wet sponge with me. I need to do something different. Hashtag Kilted Gardener. I should sell it. Sounds amazing. Is that the pumpkin bread? We should sell it. Since we have like 2 freezers full of pumpkin puree right now. Abby, I'm not famous. I might be on your TV, but I'm not famous. Daddykirbs family. I think that might have been it, Xavier. I shouldn't talk with my mouth full. Or Daddykirbs story. It might have been Daddykirbs story too. We need to come up with one hashtag. One hashtag. Actually, I think it was Daddykirbs story. Yeah, I think it was. Anyway, so if you're not in the family group, I think, you know what? When this is done, when this is all done, I will go find out what that hashtag was, and I will put it in the description of this video after the fact. So when it's all done, closed down, and it goes to replay, I'll put the hashtag in the description of this video. So you guys can come back and find that exact hashtag. And those of you who have stickers, put it on something, whether, you know, put it on your dog. No, don't put it on your dog. On your cups. Liz put one on a stop sign. She said she took it off. She couldn't leave it there, but just for fun, she put it there. And then also take a picture of that, put it on Instagram or Facebook or both, and do hashtag, I think it's Daddykirbs story, but that hashtag will be in the comments below. Liam in the pumpkin video is awesome. He really is. He's a good kid. He's got lots and lots of character. Sorry. Not that sorry. Wow, that one had lots of butter in it. Mmm. First stop on the Consuming Stuff with Daddykirbs tour. Justin Rhodes did his bus trip. I'm going to do my Consuming Stuff trip. With, what was that guy's name on TV that did the... There was two guys that did the world tours, eating weird stuff. I'm looking at my daughter because I think she might know. I know there was Anthony Bourdain. He did, and then there's another guy. No. Two... I can't remember their names.
Another guy that like went to really weird places and ate like
yeah, weird stuff. He ate like the weirdest food possible. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't remember him.
Yes, pumpkin bread with curry butter. It's so good. Kerrygold, actually. Yeah, Kerrygold.
The vegan butter's pretty good too.
Adeline says the vegan butter is good too, but I don't know. Xavier, you say you need my address? Oh, you need my email address. Oh, for the international. Okay. Daddykirbs@gmail. That's a normal YouTube thing. Most people have their name plus Gmail. Hey, Jeff Bernhardt is here. Hope you're well. Happy New Year from the Executive Gardener. Hope winter crops are doing well. My winter crops, sir, are not doing well because they're not even in. But some of my friends locally have great winter gardens. Yeah, I hope yours are doing great. You have the community gardens. Are those still going? Are you still doing that? I haven't had a chance to get on and look at too many people's channels. Jeff Bernhardt is a gardening channel local to Texas, but he's over in the Houston area. So you can go, if you want to follow along with some gardening, you can check some of his stuff out. Mama Kirbs is here.
I have no idea what I'm going to talk about, though.
That's okay. We just like seeing you. I'm trying to get to the bottom. Daddykirbs story. Was that it? Karen, did you go to the family group and find that out? Wow, your coffee smells great.
It's hazelnut.
Hazelnut coffee. How old are you, Anna? Is that Nana?
Nope. She's probably talking to someone named Anna.
Oh, 15. Anna Lynn, 15. And Dutch. Welcome to the Daddykirbs Farm.
That's very close to Adeline. That's very pretty, Annalyn.
Annalyn? Yeah, that sounds like our daughter's name, Adeline.
Very pretty.
Okay, I'm almost done with the pumpkin bread. I won't torture you too much longer unless there's more. We'll have more.
It takes a lot of guts to eat on TV. Eat for all.
Yeah,
people
I
to
probably
see.
look like a monster. Thank you.
It's like being on a date. You don't want you in front of anyone.
Yeah, but we've been dating long enough. that now I can eat in front of them. It's okay. The Mama Curbs.
Hi, guys.
See, I'm scrolling trying to get to the bottom of this. Kilted Gardner. Hello, Mrs. Curbs.
Hi.
That sounds much nicer than Mama Curbs. I like Mama Curbs, though. Every story counts. Yes. Okay. So Mama Curbs is here, so we have something really special to talk about. What is it? I don't know.
I think it would be neat if Daddykirbs would visit people and do their story. We all love, especially as a woman, I love the feel-good stories of people, and I like knowing people's lives and what makes them them and their history and their story. So I think it would be really nice if he would post a story of someone every so often, at least once a month, maybe twice a month.
I think that would be really cool. Sort of like the Justin Rhodes Great American Tour, only not maybe as great.
We kind of did that with, you started it where other people would send in their videos.
Yes, that was the Monday meetups.
Mm-hmm.
And I really enjoyed that. I just couldn't keep up with it because of just coordinating with people and timing and all that.
I think it would be neat if you would go around, start around our area, because there's a lot of people and everyone has a story, and find out.
Everyone does have a story.
And just share their story.
I think that's a great idea. Now, we have shared Todd and Candace's garden story. We could do that again, though, because people love it. Robert's story, his little farm, Rising Kjell, and his market gardening.
There's a lady around the corner who grows all her greens for her chickens. They don't even get
any
grain.
Oh, that's true. That's true.
She came and
Charla.
She came and helped me with one of my chickens.
You may have seen Charla actually in the past because she's done some YouTube videos, and she was here for the farm day. But she does a lot of organic chicken care, and she came over here and helped us with
an eye infection.
We had a chicken with an eye infection. Was it? It was like an eye worm? No, or no. This was the that wasn't.
I think it was fowl pox, and it had gotten the eye.
That's right, fowl pox. So she helped us clear that up.
Like that.
And, yeah, there's lots of great stories. And Ronald says if he sends a prepaid mailing box, will I send him some pumpkin bread? I don't know if I can start that. Bring back the Monday meetups, Tim says. That's actually not a bad idea. If I did Monday meetups where I could help, not help, but... share stories together with other YouTubers. I really love that idea. I wish I would have kept that going. I really do. Cause
it was hard coordinating with everyone.
It's very tough.
Because they're busy too.
Yeah, because in order to do it every Monday, you have to have enough people sending videos in so you could be prepared for that. But what happened for me on the first go-around was that I had, I think, 4 or 5 or 6 people lined up, and then when that was over, I didn't have anyone else, so I couldn't continue the every Monday thing. How is Luke? So here, just this morning, I wrote this down because I wanted to make sure we mentioned this, because right before the live show,
Luke did something he hasn't done for years.
Luke did something he hasn't done for a very long time, but we vacuum a lot because of the dogs. We vacuum in several of the dogs' sheds, so we vacuum a lot.
Every day.
Every day, many times a day, we vacuum just to keep things clean. But Luke used to vacuum on his own because he loved vacuuming.
He liked watching the canister fill up.
That's right. He would move it along. He would find all the hair and suck it up because he likes watching that clear canister fill up. And but for the last couple years, because of his health issues, he just didn't do it. Or
he regressed a lot.
He did regress, and even if he did vacuum, it wasn't well. He would just stand in one place and push the vacuum a little bit. This morning, we said, "Hey, Luke, why don't you vacuum?" Just try to get him to, give him something to do. And he took that vacuum, he went in 3 rooms, went all around the edges and the corners, vacuumed the carpet in the bedroom, went around the edges here in the kitchen, and he was moving objects and vacuuming behind them. It was so cool.
He took the initiative to move things in the pantry and vacuum in the pantry.
That's right. He moved all of the stuff in the bottom, and it was just really cool to see him do something beyond small movements. And so, how is Luke? We don't know how to answer that completely, but all we can say is that he is gaining weight.
I think he's regaining some skills too that were
It
lost
seems,
slowly.
yeah. There are every once in a while we find that he has something that he used to do, and then for a year or two he quit doing, and now he's starting to do those things a little bit at a time.
But health-wise, he's doing pretty good. We went to the doctor last week, and he got a new button because he gained so much weight, and the stomach lining is thicker now. So his button before was like little because of the stomach lining was because he was so thin, and now he's got a longer button, so it
Because his tummy's getting thicker.
yeah. So the button's here, and then inside here, you fill it up with water, and it's like a balloon to hold it tight against the stomach wall.
Do we want to show that?
I
that
could go
important?
get it in a minute. But so he got a new button, and then we saw the pulmonologist, and he said Luke sounded really good and clear, which was really great. So I love hearing all that. His oxygen was 99%, so I love that number. But he has had congestion. We've all had congestion. You know, the drainage because of all the different temperatures in the air and the pollens blowing around. So we try to limit his access outside because what our bodies can handle and fight off,
It's
because
different.
we can cough it up and blow it out, and he just gags.
Kind of holds on to it. And that's important right now because the cedar, I just saw on the news, is back up. So around here, the cedar is a big deal, and it makes a lot of people sick. And we had a little reprieve for the last couple weeks because we had some rain and cooler weather. But now the rain is drying off and the temperature is rising just a little bit, and that cedar is starting to blow around again. So,
But health-wise, we've been good.
yeah, it's been pretty good. We just have to keep an eye on things. So I noticed it says Two Family Homestead said, I would love to have Daddykirbs Farm as a guest on one of our Monday night live shows. Well, Daddykirbs Farm would love to be a guest. We just need to coordinate and see how to make that happen.
And then someone else said something. Can I have a shout-out?
I gotta read his name.
Gotcha, unicorn?
Gotcha Unicorn. There you go. Shout out.
Did you
And
like the bread,
Gotcha
Jennifer?
Unicorn must be new because I don't think I've seen.
You're welcome.
You're feeding the therapist?
Absolutely.
You know what happens when you feed therapists?
They keep coming
They
back.
keep coming back.
Yay. Because we love her.
That's right. Yay, Luke.
You're getting a lot of yay Lukes.
That's right. Uh-oh, I saw the word Espen. Did we have a glitch? I didn't see it. How much of his caloric needs are from the tube and how much from eating? Almost 100%. Well, we actually give him 100% that he needs from the tube. Anything that he eats by mouth is really just for his pleasure
And to keep those muscles.
and to keep the muscles working. Exactly. We encourage him to eat at least a little bit, whether it's what we call, man, my nose itches. What we call a salmon patty. It's more like a salmon cookie, or a little bit of ice cream or something like that.
Applesauce.
Applesauce, he loves that. Just to keep those muscles working. That's I would never have thought of that, but when we went through the transition to from eating from mouth to the tube, they let us know that that's important. You have to keep using those muscles, or they could atrophy
But
and
then,
not.
because he's meeting his caloric intake through the tube, he's full. So
Yeah.
he doesn't really, the desire to eat isn't.
Well, he never had the desire to eat by
Right.
mouth anyway, but using, he likes the salmon patties. Every day he asks for that. And if we don't have, what I do is I make them in batches and put them in the refrigerator. If we run out, he bugs me until I make another batch. So I think we're out right now, right? I need to go make another batch of salmon patties. We have one left. making those salmon patties for Luke is one of the videos that will be on the Life with Luke channel. If you don't follow that, if you're interested in following along with Luke, we don't produce enough videos there, but we do occasionally put something out there. And making the salmon patties for him and all the ingredients that go into that, so that that little tiny amount of food that he gets once a day is full of goodness. Good stuff. Yeah.
So someone mentioned a humidifier.
Oh,
That's a good idea. We have been using a diffuser for the past month.
Yeah, the oil.
And I've noticed
oil.
a big difference in his coughing and the allergies. And it just helps the house smell better, too.
I wouldn't have really ever thought that diffusing oils into the air would have made that big a difference. But I feel it, too. It actually is a good thing. So I'm going to take a break and mention that Tim, I saw Tim mention that he got his RZ mask. So RZ mask is they're not a sponsor, but they are a company that has allowed us to be an affiliate, and they have been really good for us to interact with, and they have a great product. So it's a mask. I should have had one out to show you, but anyway, check out RZ Mask, and the coupon code, the link and coupon code will be in the chat, and yeah, get your mask, get your discount by using my coupon code, get your mask, and spare your lungs when you go out into the cedar, or if you're doing woodworking like Tim does, or any of those other dusty environment, chicken coops, things like that, just to help save your lungs. So RZ Mask, thank you for being a great company and a great product. I keep putting my hand in front of your face. I'm giving you bunny ears from the front. Okay, yeah, so Two Family Homestead's going to send me an email about being on their show. So does that mean I'm going to be, like, on your show or just sharing
They're gonna
digitally?
email you and let you know.
Okay, right.
You only have 10 minutes left.
I only have 10 minutes. 13. I have 13 minutes. Ronald said, I would like to attend a Daddykirbs. Sound like a kid. Daddykirbs cooking class. Let's see. Does he still like French fries? No.
Although, if we go to a restaurant, which he likes to go to a restaurant, that's where he'll order. He'll eat a couple of them.
Yeah, he doesn't eat. He used to eat piles of French fries, and now if we order French fries at a restaurant, he might eat 2 or 3 French fries, and have a little bit of soda. We don't order soda for anyone else in the family. We drink water or tea, mostly water, but because Luke gets very little pleasure like that, we let him have a soda.
And I share it.
But then he only drinks like maybe 2 ounces. Espen! Kicking it with Karen says, Daddykirbs. I did it again. Every time I see Daddykirbs cooking, I want to say Daddykirbs because it's like cook anyway.
Do one virtually.
Yeah, I need to do a class cooking, because I am a master chef. I just declared myself a master chef.
At fermenting.
At fermenting, but see, I can't hardly compete with Karen.
That's true. Then you have your vegan daughter.
How about those cubs? Yeah, so, yeah, it's interesting. We have a son, Luke, that doesn't eat much by mouth. We have a vegan daughter. We have a son that wants really only meat, which we don't cook. He has to go somewhere else for that. It's an interesting place. Yeah, I can't compete with Kate. She's the food preservation and cooker with her series on what's she call it? I'll remember Kate. Not leftovers, makeovers.
Mm-hmm. It's the smartest idea.
Table Full in the Woods says, Master Chef like I am a master builder. Is that sarcasm? Right. Espen the Carnivore. Espen is a good-looking young man and has the frame and build to be just ripped and stacked, and he's working on it.
I can't believe he came from us.
I know. How did that
I don't know.
fine specimen of a young man pop out of this? But so he now he eats a lot of. He's trying to eat cleaner and healthier, but he still eats meat, and he's ordered some of that powder stuff for his working out, and he's working out, and he's getting big and strong.
Because you do that at 19.
That's right. At 19.
In your 40s, you just give up.
Well, I never really gave up.
I do.
It's just life took over. No, I said sarcasm, a table full in the woods, because I wasn't sure if you said master builder. You said I'm a master chef like you're a master builder. Well, I'm not a master chef, so I thought maybe you meant that as sarcasm.
Maybe you read the comment wrong.
Maybe I read the comment wrong. Must be the Norwegian in Espen coming out. That's his Viking blood pumping through his veins. That's right. That's so cool. So we had a windstorm this morning, blew things around. It looks like it's calming down a little bit. I know a lot of you are dealing with cold weather and storms and snow and all kinds of stuff. I hope you stay well. The windstorm blew around. It didn't wake me up. Woke her up, and she asked if I heard it this morning, and I did not. But we looked out, and there's a few things moved around in the yard, but
some trees are trimmed.
Some trees, trimming trees the natural way.
Someone asked how old our kids are.
How old are the children? So we have 5 children, and they are 30, 25, 21, 19, and 15. That's not the code to our safe. Just kidding.
Oh, poor pine seed.
I know.
Oh.
Paul's a negative 20 up there. That's with the wind shear. Wind chill. I can't even talk this morning. How on earth do you have a 30-year-old?
It's called hair dye.
Ronald smoked 2 pork butts. I always find that funny when people say they smoke pork butts. That's the kid in me. I'm sorry. Last night, so I had to set up for this cold weekend. That's right.
I'm definitely not a master builder. I'm just a
Math teacher with some good genes that allow me to build stuff without any formal training. It was sarcasm. Good. Whew. I almost felt bad there for a second.
You do need math every time you're
I
building.
I do.
Degrees. And...
Yeah, I do okay when it comes to the math that I use for building stuff. I do okay, but when it comes to like math on paper, I don't generally do okay. I failed most of those classes. I didn't fail.
But when you're building, you're teaching the kids, here's the math that you thought you'd never use.
That's true. I have taught the kids some things.
Because we were told a lot. Why'd I have to learn that?
I know. When you're going through school, when you're going through high school or whatever, and you're like, I'm never going to need calculus. Or actually, I don't think I ever need calculus. I never need calculus. But geometry and you know, ratios and all those things like that, they come into play. Ratios more in cooking, but like when you're doing fractions and stuff, when you're doing building stuff. Paul is the exact opposite of a master builder. That's funny.
So you got how many minutes left? 7 minutes.
Why are you watching the clock? I'm having fun here. I don't want to watch the clock. Do order your stickers. Order. You don't have to go online or anything. But there's more. Order now, and you'll get 3 instead of 3 stickers in your envelope. Music Well hopes the snow makes it down to Tennessee this time. I hope the snow doesn't make it any further south than Tennessee. I want 0 snow and 0 cold. In fact, if Texas could be a little more tropical, I'd be okay with that. I would. I'd be okay with that. Hey, Carl made it in the show.
Hey, Carl. Kirby.
Yeah, so I talked to Tableful in the Woods, the man half of Tableful in the Woods, online, and he is a math teacher, and he does some math tutoring.
Nice.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
That's exciting.
Ronald's like Tim the Tool Man. What do you know about Russian people? Did you have Russian friends? I've had a few friends over the years that spoke Russian. We're not friends anymore. That was a long time ago.
Just because of losing contact with people.
Yeah, you know, as life goes on, friends, sometimes they're in a segment of your life and they move on. That's the way it's been. There's a lot of good friends from the past that we just don't chat much. Facebook is actually pretty good because as much as there's a lot of reasons why I don't like Facebook. The idea that you can stay connected with people that you knew from the past, that's pretty cool. So we have actually reconnected with some people from the past because of Facebook. Hey, Xavier, so you're asking if I have ever met a Singapore person. When I was in high school, I went to an art camp for a week at a local university. This is when I lived in Indiana. And Bloomington, Indiana, there's a university there called Indiana University. And I spent a week there doing an art camp. And one of the young people that came to that art camp actually came in from Singapore. His name was Yusing, which I thought was really cool. So he and I were friends for a week, and he was a great artist. I mean, he would draw portraits like nobody I ever knew before. And he was, I still had zits and crazy hair, so I think I was 15 or 16 years old, and he was probably near the same age. But yeah, that was my only experience ever hanging out with somebody from Singapore. Really cool dude. All right. So now how many minutes do we have?
3.
3.
I have to say good morning, Carl.
Good morning, Carl. You came in the last 3 minutes. We're going to have to say bye here in a minute. But I'm glad that you got your green stock and you're setting that up for your class. Carl, my brother, is a science teacher in Southern California, and he is setting up a school pollinator garden, which I find extremely exciting, and I'm so glad he's doing that. Part of the pollinator garden will be the green stock garden, and so he'll have tiers, mini. Espen! See, that time when it blinked out, Mama Curbs disappeared. Gone. Yeah, yay for teachers. Happy hears Darla snoring. You got... Yep, Darla, she's, whoa!
I scared her.
She didn't like being woke up. She got scared when she got touched. She snores when she's awake and when she's asleep.
They heard you, Darla.
Oh, poor baby Darla. Can't even lick faces with her tongue hanging out. All right. Hey, so we are going to go ahead and close this show real soon, but I want to encourage you to share your story. Know that your story is important. Give yourself permission. If you have the personality like I do to sometimes feel like people don't care, people don't want to know, I'm not important, I want to say that you are. You are important, and your story matters. Somebody will benefit from hearing your story, whether that's in person or online. I truly believe that. I really do. None of our stories are wasted. You are valuable. So get out there, talk to your neighbor, talk to your friends, talk to your kids, your grandkids, somebody in a local organization or a church. Talk to somebody about your life and your story and your passions. And somebody's going to want to hear that. Somebody's going to benefit from that. So I believe that everyone has a story, and every story counts. Everybody has a story. Every story counts. Your story counts because you count. You matter. So thanks for being here with me in this episode, this fun hour of, I'm going to take it right down to the second, this fun hour of this live show here on the Daddykirbs Farm. I look forward to this every week. You are a wonderful group of people. We'll talk to you soon.